So one more 5,000 meters. Of course, we've already seen the man who has the fastest time in the collegiate ranks this year at 5,000 meters, run pretty fast. 3,000 meters, that was Hamden Samuel of New Mexico. Jaden Nats of Air Force, part of this group.
Just stay up. Just get around one lap. Get into it.
Tyrone Gorsey is going to be the pace setter for this final section of the 5,000. As these pace lights are set, well, the pace lights were to be set at 13:45, as we've mentioned a few times today. The lights have not been working today, so Tyrone Gorsey is going to do the work as the pace setter here in front. So quick 5,000 meters planned before we turn our attention to the distance medley relay. And then wrap up the day with the mile. Parker Mong is in tow behind his teammate Gorsey.
Gorsey's a 13:30 guy, so he definitely knows how to run the 5,000. He's done that numerous times, a number of 13:37, 13:33, 13:36. So he has that rhythm. I'm sure a lot of people behind him feel comfortable with him leading the way.
Shadrach Kiptoo of Oklahoma is here, along with Tobias Chariot. And hip 6 is Josephat Melly of Washington State. Ketovan Stevens of Washington State, transfer, started his career at the University of Oregon, now up in Pullman. As Chariot's right behind him in 6th position, but Gorsey swiftly through the first couple of minutes of racing on this track. Pretty good quality squad running 5,000 meters here. Samuel's 13:05:21, that cascade of performances at Boston University. In fact, if you look at the 5,000 meter top list, Carrie, every single mark in the top 50 was at one of 2 meets at BU.
Well, we all know that track and that atmosphere is something else.
Well, it's a pretty good atmosphere here at the Dempsey as well. They've enjoyed the show. There'll be another full day of action tomorrow. Keenan Gray and Dan O'Brien will be along for the call tomorrow as Carrie and I shift our attentions to the East Coast and Winston-Salem for the ASICS Sound Invite. They'll have 5,000 meter races there as well, but perhaps the race of the day, the last race of the schedule, is the men's mile featuring Olympic 1,500 meter champion from Paris, 5,000 meter world champion from Tokyo, Cole Hawker, going up against the New Zealand wunderkind of Sam Ruth, just 16 years of age, ran just an absolutely ridiculous mile. Oh, where did he run that, Carrie?
At Milrose.
No, Boston.
Oh, wait. Boston. Oh, Boston. But you know what I was just thinking as you were talking? He was on Runner Space last week, correct?
Sam Ruth?
Sam, yeah. Wasn't it Sam?
We did not have Sam. We had we had all the action from Milrose, but we didn't. Sam did not race.
Didn't have Sam.
At
well,
Armory,
it's just so interesting to hear that Sam and all these young kids are over here and taking in all these races in the U.S.
Yeah, I mean it's just a new. I mean, I guess you can't say it's a new era anymore. It's just the era we're in.
Yeah. That's just different. I mean, they're taking time away from school to come and race some of the fastest races we've ever seen, not only by a high schooler, but by the fastest across the board. And so I'm so excited for tomorrow. It's going to be an interesting race. Lots of big names in it. And, it sounds like it's going to be fast, not necessarily just tactical and a good race, but a fast race. So bring on maybe a world record. I don't know.
Well, wouldn't a New Zealand 16-year-old kid be on summer holiday right now?
Well, I don't think so. I don't think they're on summer holiday. For some reason, I thought they were missing some school.
No. I am not
But
as
maybe
familiar
not.
with the academic
I'm not
calendar
either.
of New Zealand public schools.
You would think if they go like we do. Yes, it's summer over there right now, but I don't know. Regardless, it's a long time to be away from home when you're 16 years old.
In New Zealand, the 2026 summer school holidays are 5 to 6 weeks, starting in late December and extending into late January.
Oh, so maybe he is just missing the start of it. I know that he talked about missing a little bit, but interesting.
This, of course, has nothing to do with the 5,000 meters being run at Dempsey, but carries us
all
through a couple
interesting,
of
though.
laps. Yep, 9 laps to go as Gorsey is still pacing this field. Shadrach Kiptoo right behind him in second, but there's a little bit of a gap that's now formed between the pacer and this rest of the field. Ian Kibiwat of Louisville also trying to move up here. We've talked too about the sizable addition of international athletes, particularly at the distance level. And that is on full display here in the early going of the race with the likes of Kiptoo, Chariot, Melly, and Kibiwat. Got Patrick Kiprop of Boise State in 6th overall.
Everybody getting kind of ready, getting a little bit of that excitement to get back and maybe feel the top or the front of the race. I just always loved being able to see it or almost smell the front of the race. You want to sniff it a little bit and go up there and touch it just for a second and then settle back in, or make sure that you are definitely within striking distance. And we're getting through this race. It's going by quick. These are those laps. You just got to keep on clipping off, and get ready for a big move, as we saw in the previous 5,000 meters.
Tobias Chariot now in second position, as Kibiwat of Louisville now in third, ahead of Shadrach Kiptoo. Kiprop still running on the outside shoulders of Joseph Melly. Pretty good group, though, still in connection with each other, as Andy Powell shows Tyrone Gorsey maybe how many laps he has left in his pacing duties, as we'll keep an eye on that front of the pack. 8.5 minutes elapsed. Gorsey still there. Here comes a big move by Jaden Nats of Air Force. Just doing everything he can to get into the top 3. 6 laps to go. Nats moves into third. Gorsey still leads it, as we'll reach 9 minutes elapsed on the clock. Single file, they run around the Dempsey here.
Well, Jaden Nats doesn't have a stat from this indoor season. He did not start at a race that he was entered in the 3,000. at the Colorado Invitational. But he is definitely putting himself in position. He looks a little bit like it might be his first race of the year. There's some discomfort there, but that doesn't matter. If you have the fitness behind it, you can sort of fake it till you make it. And he's hanging on.
So this will be the last lap for Gorsey. He's got Chariot right behind him with 5 laps to go. Nats is there in third, and then it's Kibiwat of Louisville, Melly of Washington State, Kiprop of Boise State. We're starting to see a little bit of separation here at the front of the pack. We're going to lose the pacer here right now as Gorsey's going to come off. And he leaves the race, and let's see what happens and unfolds here over the last 4.5 laps of the race. As Nats has moved into the lead. Here comes Kibiwat as he moves ahead of Chariot.
Well, you can't cut
Stevens
out Kibiwat.
of Washington State.
That guy in second, Kibiwat, he is a good runner. He was 6th at the NCAA Outdoor Championships in 2024 for the 10,000 meters. He also qualified that year for the 5,000 meters. He didn't quite have the same 2025, but he looks like he is looking around. He's definitely aware of what's happening, and he is trying to keep that gap small between first and second there.
And at this point of the race, it looks like Nats is committed to try to stay in front as long as he can. A big look back by Kibiwat, which is kind of surprising since he's in second. And a great run here by Stevens of Washington State as he's trying to get back in connection with the leaders. He's in third ahead of Chariot with 3 laps to go.
I like Nats, though. He's been closing his eyes. You can tell he's in a world of pain, but he wants this win, and you can see it. Hasn't raced yet that I can see behind his name. He just is opening up his season, but he's going for it right there as Kibiwat is keeping him in check.
And how about Stevens? He's closing the gap.
Yeah, Stevens was up there in front for most of the first part of the race and then kind of fell off a little bit, but now woke up and is starting to close that gap on the top 2.
And Chariot fading a little bit. Kiprop of Boise State passes him with some degree of authority. As we've got 6 near the front with 2 laps to go.
Oh, it hurts so good right here, Paul. This is that moment when you want to give in so bad, but you're so close to being home. You got to fight through it as we see Kibiwat now touch the lead.
So it is Kibiwat with the lead now. Oliver Diaz of Western Colorado right behind Kiprop in 5th overall. Keeping an eye on Kiprop, though, as let's see if he can reel at all any of that delta between him and the top 3 as they'll come to the line at the bell lap with Kibiwat, Nats, and Stevens. And now it's Diaz in 4th ahead of Kiprop. Look at the expression on the face of Kibiwat. He's doing everything he can to gut out this last half a lap. And Jaden Nats is still there, and Nats is still flying home. Stevens trying to do it as well. Nats to the outside. Kibiwat, and here comes Stevens. And it's Nats, Stevens, and Kibiwat.
13:46. Awesome. You got to give it up to Jaden Nats. I mean, that guy was hurting from a long way out, And he just kept his composure. He kept his cool, trying every single minute, every second to stay on it. And he did. And he just kept the gas on and went for it in that final last 150. He just gave it one more push and he broke him. It was awesome.
Well, good way to end the individual racing at 5,000 meters today with that effort by Jaden Nats of Air Force, 13:46.52.
He's just off of his PR, Paul. He ran 13:46.11 last indoors, and he ran 13:46.52 today. Oh, so close. But look at this close here. Kibbe Watt going hard, big arm swing, trying to hold off everybody as Nats goes by him. Nats has one more dip of the chin, knew he got it, and celebrated. You could see a big smile when he finished. Haha. Aw, he's excited. I like that. Just showing his emotion a little bit. High-fiving everybody. That's what